Hi everyone, I hope everyone's well. We're going to do just under 30 minutes, full body, again no equipment, so just grab your mat and we'll get going. So I've got my right foot in front, my left foot back. I'm just doing a little kind of runner's lunge, so a little rock forwards and backwards, and then I'm going to put my left hand below my left shoulder, reach up with my right hand, inhaling at the top. And then I'm going to bring that right hand back down, framing my right foot, step back to plank, and then however you can, bring that left foot forward, even if you have to kind of help it, that's fine. Again, extending out through the right heel, right hand below the right shoulder, left arm reaches up for a lovely twist. Good. Framing that left foot, back to plank. Exhale, stepping forward, and then just taking the right arm up for a twist, coming back down, back to your plank, left leg comes forward, reaching up with the left arm, lovely twist, left hand comes down, back to plank, exhale, bring that right foot forward, reaching up with that right arm, good, last time, back to plank, and then coming forward, left arm reaches up, take a lovely inhale here, and then left hand goes down into your plank, okay? So now I'm going to come onto my forearms and give my little rainbow dips with the hips. So the upper body is staying still, and then the hips are just rocking left to right, and I keep drawing up through those abdominals so my belly button is nice and lifted, and I'm just rocking my hips left to right, keeping that core connection the whole way through. Good. Let's go 5 and 4, 3 more, last 2. Last one, come back to center, pushing up with the hands into plank, push back to your down dog, and then just slowly walk the feet to meet the hands. Hanging out here, holding onto your elbows, rocking left to right. You can always have slightly bent knees, that's totally fine. Inhaling at the bottom, exhaling, just relax. Good, and then you're going to place your hands down in front of you. Remember, you can always have a nice bent knee, and you're going to come into your little deep squat here. So if your heels are struggling to stay connected onto the mat, that's no problem. You can always just roll the mat up, put a blanket or a jumper underneath. The trick is to have nice wide legs, so wider than hips distance, and just rock left to right. And you can challenge yourself to make it a little bit more active by just lifting that bum up a little bit more. Again, just think rocking left to right, working into the hips. And again, if you want more of a strengthening kind of move, then just lift that bum up a little bit more. Let's have a little bit of a rock left to right for 5, for 4, 3 more, last 2. And 1. So then you're going to come back to your plank. So I just kind of turned so you could see what I was doing. So I'm in my plank. I've got my hands underneath my shoulders. I've got my pelvis and I'm tucking it under. So I'm really pushing into the upper body, almost rounding the upper body. And then I'm really drawing that belly button in. So now almost like a hollow shape, think, in your pelvis. So your tummy is lifted. You're pushing into your hands, and either hold it here, or if you want that little challenge, coming onto your right forearm, left forearm, right hand, left hand, and then this time left forearm, left hand, right hand, switching it up, right and right, good, and left, and you want to really focus on keeping those hips still, so there's hardly any hip shifting, just alternating each time with the arms. Don't worry too much if you're not alternating, that's fine. You just really want to focus on that, keeping that belly drawn in and keeping minimal shifting of the hips. Good, let's do one more. It's really hard. Good. And push back to your down dog. Walking out the feet, pushing equally in between both hands, shaking out the head. Take a nice big inhale here. And sighing out. Good. You're going to take your right hand onto the back of your left leg and just pull that upper body through underneath that left armpit. Good. Take a breath here. And exhale. Good. Switching sides. So take that left hand around the back of the right leg, pulling that upper body through, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Come back to your down dog. And this time, you're going to come onto your toes, have your elbows going out to the side as you just do a little dip down, okay? So it could just be a tiny little move like this, or you could lower all the way down, thinking elbows out to the side, inhaling as you lower, a big exhale to push. 5, 4, last 3, 2, good, and 1. Push back to your down dog, shaking out the feet. Good, shaking out the feet, shaking out the head, pedaling out the feet, I was supposed to say. Good, and then you're going to come onto the left toes. The right leg's going to come up to the sky, keeping it bent. And with that knee, just painting a little circle in one direction. So working into that right hip, keeping everything else nice and still on that left toe. And just painting a nice big circle with that knee. And then we'll switch directions. So rotating that knee around for 5. Keep pushing equally between both hands. 4 and 3. Good, last 2. And 1. Whose arms are getting tired here? Back to down dog. Stay on the right toes. The left leg lifts and bends. And you'll paint a circle with that left knee. Nice big circles. Pushing equally into both hands. Sticking to one direction for 2 more. And then we'll switch side directions. Good. Last time. Then switch directions for 5. And then I promise we'll come out of down dog in 4. Good. 3 more, last 2, and last 1. Walking the hands to meet the feet, holding it here, holding onto your elbows, shaking out the hair, feeling the hamstrings release, trying to keep the weight as much forward in your feet as you can. Take a nice big inhale here. And then soft knees, arms and head heavy as you slowly roll up to stand. Good, roll those shoulders to the top. Okay, so I'm going to face you here, but you can stay on your mat that way, just so you can see what I'm doing. I've got my left foot forward. I'm taking this right leg back to a plank. No, not at all. To a lunge. I want you to think about hips facing forward and tucking under, okay? So nice and upright in this upper body, and then you're just going to bring this foot forward. So you want a nice stride, a nice long stride, so this right knee isn't coming over the left knee too much. Okay, so stay there, and I'm going to come back to my mat, so my right leg comes back, and then forward, and back, and forward. So think nice and upright in the upper body, nice slow moves, landing nice and softly, pushing off from that right foot each time. Good. And keep going. We've got 5 more. Woo, it really burns. 4 more. Good. 3 more. Nice. Last 2. Good. And last 1. Good. Give me little pulses at the front for 4, 3, 2, 1, push back, little pulses here for 4, 3, 2, 1, up to stand, shaking it out. Switch sides straight away. So left leg comes back and then it comes forward. Good. So coming back and coming forward. Nice, controlled movements. Staying nice and tall in this upper body. Good. The left leg is doing all the movement here. Forward and backwards. Good, keep going. Whew. And you might be out of breath like me as well. Let's go 4 more. Good. And 3. Woo. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Nice, then pulse it here at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoops. Step back, pulse it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, come back up. Then you're going to come to all fours, hands below the shoulders, nice flat back, okay? So drawing that tummy button to spine. And then you're going to take that left leg out and that right arm extended. So I want you to think about nice flat back, keeping your gaze at the mat. A nice long line from your right fingertips to your right toes. And then you're going to just hold it here as you inhale. And then as you exhale, bring back in and switch sides. So each time you extend the legs and arms, I want you to think about really exhaling, drawing that belly button to spine. So we're not sinking into the lower back. Your core is working really hard to keep that upper body nice and stable like a plank. Okay, so there's no hip shifting, there's no lower back arching. The tummy is working really hard. So get all the way to that extension. So exhale, inhale, all the way, extending arm and leg, inhaling back. Good. So really reach out the arms and the legs like a long diagonal line as you extend. Good, let's keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, really draw that belly button to spine. And let's go 4 more. Good. And 3. Belly button to spine, nice flat back. Last 2. Perfect. Last 1. Good, extending. Hold those hands beneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Give me a little hover here of the knees. Drawing the lower abdominals in, pushing equally into the hands, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower. And again, lift and hover. So there's not much height of the knees here. Just a tiny little hover, pushing equally into both hands and lower. Let's do a few more here. Lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower. Pushing in, drawing that lower belly button up, holding it here, pushing into the hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, last time. Scooping up the abdominals, holding it here for 10, 9, 8, you've got this, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, push back to down dog. Shaking it out. Let's have a little quad release here. So left leg stays to the mat, right leg lifts and bends. And just to have a little opening here, so taking that right knee to the sky. Try and get your shoulders level. Take a breath, inhaling and exhaling. Good, switching sides, right leg comes down, left knee bends, and trying to keep the shoulders level so you're not opening that left shoulder, really opening that left knee up to the sky. Take a breath. Good, coming back, drop those knees. Give me a couple of press ups. So you're going to have your arms out in front of you and you're going to wrap those triceps. So you've got your elbow pits facing forward, snuggling those elbows in as you inhale, lower, exhale, push, and keep going. So I'm just taking, I've got a nice flat back, and I'm just taking my nose forward, keeping my elbows snuggling in. I inhale as I lower, exhale, push. Inhaling as I lower, exhale, push. We've got 5 more. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. Good, 2 more. Inhaling, lower. Big exhale, up to push. We've got last time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push. Good. Give yourself a well-deserved child's pose. So bum to heels, forehead to the mat, reaching the arms forward, lengthening the sides of the waist. Take a big inhale and sighing out. And again, one more big inhale and sighing out. Good, coming back to all fours, tuck those toes, push to your downward dog. This time, walk your hands to meet your feet, holding again onto the elbows, shaking out the head, hanging over the fronts of the feet as much as you can. Take a nice big inhale, and then feel the weight of the body just pull you down on the exhale. Good, if you wanted a little chest opener here, you can clasp the hands together, take them behind you, overhead. And then again, try not to lock out the legs too much. Have nice soft knees, feeling that stretch in the shoulders, a stretch in the chest, shaking out the head. Take an inhale and exhale. One more here. Inhale and exhale. Good, releasing the hands, soft knees. Take one more breath here. And then you're going to draw up through that belly button, slowly restacking the spine, rolling back up to stand, vertebrae by vertebrae. Get to the top, roll those shoulders a couple of times. Good. And then you're going to come here and balance. So you're on your left leg, and your right leg's going to come out to the right, keeping this left leg straight for a side lunge. And then the right leg's going to come behind you for a curtsy. So we'll do that again, sticking with the same side. So the right leg comes out and then it comes back behind you. So in this side lunge, keeping the left leg straight and then a big push back off as you come behind you. Good, inhaling lower. Exhale, pushing off that right foot back to your curtsy. Good, I hope everyone's doing well. We're about halfway through, working every single muscle in the body. Good. Let's go. 5 more. Good. Inhaling out. Big push off that right foot. 4 more. Good. And 3. Last 2. Good. Last one. Hold it here in your side lunge. Give me little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back to your curtsy. Give me little pulses all the way back in that right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wowzers. Come to the right side of your mat. Let's go straight into it. Left leg extends. Right leg stays straight. And then you'll take it behind you. Okay, so the left leg out to the side. And then behind you. Keep going. Big exhale as you push off that left foot, bringing you back to your curtsy. Okay? Nice. Let's go 5 more. And 4. Good. Last 3. And then we'll pulse in 2. Last 2. Last 1. Coming back over. And then give me your little pulses over to the left for 5, 4, 3, really bends. Last 2. 1, this left leg comes back, all the weight in this back left foot. Little pulses up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, shaking it out. Coming to lie on your back. Good, palms to the sky. Bring your legs up to tabletop. And then I just want you to start dipping one toe down, keeping that leg bent on the exhale. You want that lower back connection as you extend that leg out in front of you. So no flaring of the ribs, no arching of the spine. So you can hold it here and keep going. If you can hold that lower back connection as you extend the leg, then great. And then if you want more of a challenge, you can extend that leg all the way. As long as you can keep that lower back connection as you extend the leg, and there's no flaring of the ribs, and you feel like you can't control it. So you know how you feel in your own body. So just kind of honoring that and staying within your comfort zone. Definitely challenging yourself every time, but if it doesn't feel right to you, then just scaling it back. You want to be able to control the pressure in your core as you extend that leg. Good, let's go 10 more. Coming back, and 9. Good, and we're going to finish with some bridges in 8. Good, last 7. Nice, 6 more. And we're almost there, guys. 5 more. Good, and 4. Last 3. And 2. Last 1. Nice, give yourself a little cuddle, rocking left to right, shoulders away from the ears, massaging out that spine. Trying to get the whole of that lower back on the mat if you can. Take a big breath in and sighing out. Good. Taking those legs down, palms to the sky. Just start with some bridges. So you're just going to exhale, lift those hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So you want the stretch right at the top in your hip flexors and your quads. So get that move all the way to the end. That's where the magic happens. Just going to take my hair out. Good, so you'll exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And you want the knees staying hips distance, so the knees aren't flaring out to the sides. Good, and keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, thinking about the ribs not flaring. So keeping those ribs kind of in control. Inhale, lower, exhale. Good, we've got 8 more. Almost there, guys. Last 7. And 6. Inhale, exhale. 4 more, squeeze at the top. Good. Last 3. This is your last move, so really go for it. Last 2. Last 1, pulse it at the top. Teeny little lifts for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then keep those hips lifted. Can you take that right leg to tabletop and just lift and lower? If this is too much for you, go back to that double leg, how we started bridge. So if it's too much, go back to this. If not, keep that right leg lifted, lifting the hips for 8. For 7, for 6, good, 5 more, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the hips lifted, put that right foot down, left leg comes to tabletop. Let's go, 10, and 9, last time, last challenge, 8, and 7, just go for it, pushing all the way up, 5 more, and 4, good, last 3, and 2, and 1. Coming back to double leg for 8, 7, this is it, I promise, 6, and then you get to stretch, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. just get that lower back on the mat. Again, draw the knees in, little rock left to right, shoulders away from the ears, massaging, just releasing that lower back. Sometimes it can just be a bit uncomfortable for that lower back doing those. So just trying to inhale, draw the knees in, and exhale, the lower back goes to the mat. Good. Little rock left to right. Take another breath here. Sighing out. Good. Keep a hold of that right knee into that right shoulder. Left leg flexes and extends along the mat. Take a breath, inhale. And then take that right leg over to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Keep the shoulders on the mat. Feeling this lovely twisted position. Inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good, roll back to center, grabbing both knees again, holding them in. Then this time keeping a hold of that left knee, flexing the right foot, extending that right leg along the mat. Inhale, draw that knee in. And then with an exhale, take it over to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Keep your shoulders on the mat as much as you can. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale and exhale. Nice, coming back to the center. Just stretch out those glutes. So right foot on top of left knee, flexing both of your feet, drawing that left knee in towards you, shoulders away from the ears. Again, trying to keep that lower back on the mat as much as you can. And as you draw that left knee in towards you, you want to think of that right knee moving away from the body as much as you can. And it's really easy to kind of shrug your shoulders here and have lots of tension in the upper body. So just think lower shoulder blades away from the neck, from the head, basically. Relax those shoulders is an easier way of saying that. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, draw that left knee in a little bit more. And again, inhale and exhale. Nice, switching sides, left foot goes on right knee, flexing the feet, holding onto that right leg wherever you can, shoulders away from the ears, lower back connected if possible. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here, take a nice long inhale and exhale. Good, holding on again, giving yourself one more cuddle, little rock left to right, and then you're gonna rock and roll up to seated, and you're done. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again. Bye.